Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we have another chilling story from our channel, so make sure to leave a like before you start listening. Story title: The Letter No One Sent. Genre: mystery, thriller, psychological. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a young man named Adam. He was known for his warm smile, his infectious laughter, and his kind heart. Adam received an email on his phone that read, "Don't open the door." It was a weird message, but he shrugged it off, thinking it must be some kind of joke. The footage showed the front door, the hallway, even the stairs, but nothing appeared on any of the cameras. "If you open it, you'll see them," it said. Who was sending these messages? Why were they warning him, or maybe threatening him? And what did they mean by them? Fear twisted in Adam's stomach. When he turned to look, he'd find nothing. His friends and neighbors were worried. They tried to reason with him, telling him that it was all in his head. What if he opened the door? Would he find someone there? But Adam knew what he was seeing. Something was definitely happening in his apartment. Something he couldn't explain. But his curiosity got the better of him. Each night was filled with fear and anticipation. Waiting for the 3:17 a.m. knock, waiting for the next message, waiting for whatever came next. It was driving him crazy. Maybe it had all been in his head. The hair on the back of his neck stood on end. Could this be real? Was he truly not alone? Just as he was drifting off, his phone buzzed. But as he moved, a new sound joined the chorus, a soft knock, slow and deliberate, like someone was miming a knock on the surface of his phone. The knocking grew louder. "The door is inside your head," it said. And then the lights went out. Now it was clear. Someone, or something, was knocking on his door. He stopped dead in his tracks. Was this part of the game? Outside, the hallway was empty, bathed in the soft glow of the neon exit sign. The screen lit up, displaying another message. Maybe the stress, the loneliness, the quiet of the apartment building had gotten to him. Maybe he needed a vacation, a change of scenery. Yes, that must be it. Or would he only see them in the way the message had warned him? He waited, the doorknob cold under his hand, his heart pounding against his ribs like a drum. As he fumbled with the flashlight app, his eyes darted around the pitch-black room, trying to make sense of the sudden darkness. The absence of the buzzing refrigerator, the humming of the ceiling fan. Had someone cut the power? There wasn't a care in the world as far as Adam knew, but there was no one there. No one had been there. Not tonight, not ever. It was as if whoever was knocking wanted to remain hidden. The reflection in the mirror no longer matched the room he was in. Sometimes it showed a dark, empty hallway or a staircase leading to nowhere. Other times it showed a face staring back at him, a face he didn't recognize. But the next night, when he was getting ready for bed, he heard a soft knock on his door. But something was different. Adam would be sitting in his living room watching TV when he'd swear he saw a strange shadow move behind him. This continued every night for a week. The knocking and Adam's unease growing with each passing night, and the distant sounds of traffic now created an eerie silence, broken only by the frantic beating of Adam's heart. Startled, he went to the door and peeped through the peephole, but he saw no one. Confused and a little scared, he decided not to think about it too much and went back to his room. Life was simple and peaceful in this town. One day, though everything changed, the following night, the knocking returned. Precisely at 3:17 a.m., a faint whisper coming from somewhere in the darkness. "Who said you were alone?" Adam froze. Again, Adam found himself standing by the door, peering into the darkness beyond. Still, there was no one there. Determined to get to the bottom of this mystery, Adam checked his security cameras. On the third night, just as the clock struck 3:17 a.m., Adam received another message on his phone. As the days passed, the tension mounted. Strange things began to happen in Adam's apartment. Pictures on his walls seemed to shift slightly overnight. Then there were the shadows. Sleep became a luxury he could no longer afford. One night, unable to bear the suspense any longer, Adam decided to open the door. As he looked around, realizing how ridiculous the situation must seem to anyone who had witnessed it, a sense of calm washed over him. He went back to his room to sleep, but he couldn't bring himself to turn off the lights. A scream caught in Adam's throat. He scrambled for his phone, its light illuminating the wild look on his face. When the flashlight flickered to life, it revealed his room exactly as it had been before. The pictures on the wall, the furniture, all in their usual places. And then he heard it. With shaking hands, he reached for his phone, its light a feeble weapon against the encroaching darkness. And so the story ends there, leaving the listeners to wonder if Adam truly was alone, or if he was about to face whatever or whoever lurked beyond his door.